Welcome to Unit 4, Citizen Participation in Action. In this unit, we shall realize that action participation builds on the insight that citizens can make an active and original contribution to the policy and other local decision-making processes. Active participation taps into the broader resources of society in order to meet the many governance challenges facing our society today. It envisions the role of local government as an enabler and provider of frameworks. Within these frameworks, individual citizens and groups may organize their activities and relations. The participation environment and feedback mechanism for citizen participation in action is composed of 3 sections: the participation characteristics, participation process, and participation outcomes. Participation characteristics includes local government institutional and administrative characteristics, such as policy frameworks and participation, citizens' characteristics, such as representativeness and competence, which requires an inclusive process of citizens' capacity to influence, local government structures and capacity to convert citizens' inputs into policy outcomes, resulting into the outcomes of improved local planning and accountability systems and citizen empowerment. Welcome to Topic 1, Guiding Principles to Citizen Participation in Action. Local governments, community organizations, and other agencies make better decisions and have greater positive impact on their communities when they increase the frequency, diversity, and level of engagement of community residents. If citizens do not participate in the decisions that affect their daily lives, there is often a lack of trust between citizens and local officials. A crucial bridge over this gap is the use of appropriate strategies and tools to encourage citizens and local officials to interact regularly, increase their knowledge of each other, and develop trust. Citizens of a community are engaged when they play an effective role in decision-making. That means when they are actively involved in defining the issues, identifying solutions, and developing priorities for action and resources. Local leaders need to broaden their list of responsibilities to include roles as facilitator, supporter, collaborator, and empowerer of local community members. This change requires letting go of some traditional reins of power and trusting that citizens can and will effectively engage in the issues. Guiding principles for successful participation in local processes and decision-making include commitment. Leadership and strong commitment to citizen participation in decision-making is needed at all levels, from executive politicians, elected councillors, senior managers, and other technical public officials. 2. Rights. Citizens have the right to access information, provide feedback, be consulted, and actively participate in local decision processes as firmly grounded in the laws or policies. Local government obligations to respond to citizens when exercising their rights must also be clearly understood and applied. 3. Clarity. Objectives for and limits to in participation during local policy making and priority setting should be well defined from the outset. 4. Time. Public consultations and community public participation should be undertaken as early in the policy process as possible. This allows a greater range of policy solutions to emerge. It also raises the chances of successful implementation. 5. Objectivity. Information provided by local government during decision-making processes should be objective, complete, and accessible. All citizens should have equal treatment when exercising their rights of access to information and participation. 6. Resources. Adequate financial, human, and technical resources are needed if participation is to be effective. Local leaders and officials must have access to appropriate skills, guidance, and capacity building. 7. Coordination. Initiatives to inform citizens, request feedback from, and consult them should be coordinated across administrative levels in local government. 8. Accountability. Local governments have an obligation to account for the use they make of citizens' inputs and demands received, be it through feedback, public consultation, or active participation. To increase this accountability, local leaders need to ensure an open and transparent decision-making process amenable to external scrutiny and review. 9. Evaluation. This is essential in order to adapt to new requirements and changing conditions for local decision-making. Local governments need tools, information, and capacity to evaluate their performance in strengthening their relations with their citizens. 10. Active citizenship. Local governments benefit from active citizens and a dynamic civil society. They can take concrete actions to facilitate citizens' access to information and participation, raise awareness, and strengthen civic education and skills. In this topic, we have seen that important principles or rules of engagement constitute essential elements of and preconditions to effectively engage citizens and ensure they have a stake in decisions and processes affecting their daily life. Among those principles, the following are the most cited by many scholars and practitioners. These are commitment, participation as a right, clarity, respect of time, objectivity of information, availability of resources, coordination of efforts, accountability for the use of citizens' inputs, evaluation and adaptation to prevailing situations, and need for active citizenship and dynamic civil society. Thank you very much for your participation in topic 1. See you in topic 2.